Every time we move into a new cycle, we have new things to heal, new choices to make, and the deepening of connections shift and change. We have to leave behind things that no longer resonate with us, whether it be a home or maybe even a vehicle or maybe a job, or maybe there's family and friends that just are not part of where you want to go. At least not now, okay? Because, we always have times in our awakening where people are taken out of our life, they're shifting and changing, they're put into a new vibration, then they come back. So that does happen. But, when we go into these new cycles, we always have a lot of things that shift and change. And it's almost like we're hit all at once with, in the beginning, the fears, doubts, and insecurities, and we have to go through working through those and being mad at God or the universe or whatever you decide to call what gives you your blessings, what aids you in all of your healing in the first place. Anyhow, we go through these times where we get mad at God, and then we go through this new stage of just feeling like we're just really on top of shit, man. We feel powerful. We feel like we're invincible, like nothing can touch us. And, maybe they can't, or it can't. But we go through these new phases of, like I said, making new choices and things of that sort. I have been having to make the choice over and over and over again every day to not get a full-time job, to continue to trust in my higher power, who I choose to call God, which to me is just the energy of love that's in everything, that exists everywhere and is in everything, living or once living and breathing. Or, exists in this table that I'm knocking on right now. That to me is Source God. Again, anyhow. And that energy that we come into, where we are feeling very powerful and on top of the world, and we're making all these choices to just stick and stay and not let people's judgments, sway us from the decisions that we're making. And even if it means losing some things in the time being, we realize that new cycle that we're going into, we have to lose some things, okay, to make room for the new things to come in. I'm running around every single day and getting my body moving again, rhythm and movement, and just letting my Kundalini energy do what it does. I'm singing, I'm dancing, and I'm just being free. 3, 2, 1. And, that is just really helping me to feel just very in the right energy. I don't know how else to say it, but I'm just very much in the right energy. And I can feel this quantum leaping, this quantum shift, this just enormous energy shift, to where even if my landlord doesn't understand why my rent isn't here yet, I may be $200 shy of my electric bill that's due tomorrow. I may not have any of the money for my car payment that's due 4 more days after that. I still have faith, 404, that the energy shift that I'm feeling, that the God of my understanding, that my highest self has made the right decisions by past experience. Okay? I don't have to explain to people why I'm doing what I'm doing. I don't have to worry about the things that I'm losing anymore, because the things that I'm losing are the things that are no longer meant for me. And this new timeline and this big shift that I'm going through, these are old cycles. Like, these are things that are no longer needed for me. And I have moved up and out of that energy. Whether it's because I've seen my worth, or it's because I've healed some sort of trauma from the past, or, I've learned about not being a people pleaser, whatever it fucking might be. I've learned it, and I'm getting into this state of mastering a lot of it. And now this stuff is not needed anymore. So anyhow, we go through these stages, right? The being mad at God, the first making the choices to stick and stay and not do whatever, then being mad at God because you don't see the evidence of everything showing up right away in your life. You know, those blessings that you just know that you're meant to have, right? And when I'm saying blessings, I'm calling them blessings because it is blessings. We work so hard to achieve these things. And when we get a blessing is the same thing as a gift, okay? We are gifting ourselves with things that we desire because of the hard work and the dedication that we've put into our change, to showing our light and love, to being light and love, to always being willing to change every aspect of ourselves that we can. Look, just in case I'm rambling on and I'm going all over the place like I typically do, welcome to Trisha's world. Know that you're going to go through different cycles within the new cycle, within the new timeline that you're in. And it's going to be a lot like what I've just talked about. But then there's going to come this time when you just hit this breakthrough where you're flooded with all of these blessings, things that you desired, plus things that you didn't even know that you desired. And you're able to show everybody that you was worried about in the very beginning of the cycle in the first place, judging you or ridiculing you or thinking that you couldn't do it, or, you know, like not understanding your connection with God, with your higher power, with your intuition, with your discernment of spirit, with the visions that you see, with the dreams that you have, with these internal knowings. They don't know because they're not there yet. But you're living by being, if I can get my words out, I might have just smoked a little bit before I did this here video. But anyhow, what energy or what stage in this cycle, the new timeline that you're in, what kind of stage or what kind of cycle are you in right now? What stage in that cycle? Whatever I'm trying to say. I'm in the feeling powerful. I go around saying things like, how in the world did I become the first millionaire in my family? And I just smile and I imagine handing out money and giving my parents a better home and helping my children and grandchildren and giving to people in need, you know. And then I have this happiness like I have right now as I'm thinking these things and visualizing these things. That's what's going to make the shift happen, is having the right energy, knowing that you're capable of having those things, and they're coming in, man. That's not the only thing that I'm saying about being the first millionaire in my family. I don't have to know how it's going to happen. I don't have to know all the ins and outs, all that. I just got to believe. I just got to be in the right energy to shift my timelines into that energy, and things are just going to start aligning, okay? And they are. So, anyhow, again, what stage are you at in your journey? 909. And share it down in the comments. I'm just curious. I guess everybody goes through these stages, I'm assuming. Because usually when I go through something, my people go through the same thing. So let me know. Anyhow, much love, guys. Bye.